Whatever you desire, whatever you dream about, are passionate about, even wish you could achieve, is already there. It is yours. In fact, it is there waiting for you to not just materialize it, not just visualize it, but to be absolute in your existence, in your beingness, and then simply just walk into it. I think many times when we think about manifestation, we often think that one, it is something that you can just turn off and on. But in fact, manifestation is something that you are constantly doing. And you're simply constantly doing it because it is your very nature to create. You are created by the creator, therefore you are a creator yourself. And your job is to understand this realization, to come into ownership of this truth that your essence here, your beingness here, your purpose here is to create. Now, the question may be, what do you create? Well, you simply follow your passions, you follow your curiosity, you do the things that you're driven or motivated to do, especially in the current moment. It's not about thinking about the future. It's not about thinking about the past, even though the past can be used as a means of insight to get into really what you're good at, what you're talented in, what you're passionate about, right? And thus use that to see a trajectory or a direction of your path, right? Because if you are looking back and you're seeing where your path is coming from, say, for example, if it's coming from the West, then that can give you some insight as to the direction that you're going to, which could be the East, right? So the past can be a powerful tool, but we don't want to identify with it. We don't want to hold on to it. We just want to gather the information from the past to bring it in the now. So that way we can be in the moment as to we getting to the objective of our purpose, right? To really understand, okay, what am I here to do? What do I want to do? And so as you go on this journey of coming into this understanding, right, that you are the creator of your reality, it's simply a matter of collecting all the information, using self-awareness, using mindfulness, using observations of oneself, using observation of even your perceived reality that perceives to be outside of you, which is really a projection of really what's going on within you. So there are many layers and many insights and information that you can analyze and use to send you on your way in a way that is really allowing you to be confident, to be reassured, right? To be clear and not just simply walking by this unknown faith, but rather walking with a known faith that this is what you're here to do. And so what I want you to do is recognize that all the things that you think about, dream about, whether you're asleep, whether you're daydreaming and you're at a job that is just a dead end, whether you're in a relationship that just doesn't create the fulfillment and happiness for you, whether you're in a location, a place, and you haven't stepped out of that neighborhood or environment or that state even, and you wish to travel the world and explore other cultures and other places, you have to understand that that is waiting for you. It is there. And this is the thing with spirituality. When we talk about time and this idea of time being a concept, a construction of man and time not truly existing, this is kind of what we're talking about, because the now encompasses all of those things, the past, the present, and the future. The thing is, you can only take action in the moment, in the present. And that's where your power lies. That's where you have the most power, the most ability to actually take charge in the now. But you have the foresight, you have the ability to tap into the premonition of the future by way of your dreams, by way of the things that you desire, even by way of your fears or the things that you don't desire. You see, the more you focus on something, whether you desire it or not, the more you direct the path that you're on toward that thing. This is where your ability to create really comes in hand, right? Because you have to take ownership of your thoughts, your emotions, what you're thinking about, what you're doing, your actions. Because a lot of times when you're thinking about what you don't want, you are moving in a way that is constantly creating an environment for that thing that you don't want to actually manifest. But if you are focused in on the things that you do want, then you are, again, consciously and subconsciously moving and speaking and aligning yourselves with the things that you do want. So you are constantly in a space where you can take a multitude of different forks in the road of your journey toward creating a particular thing, the thing that is dominating your mind the most. And so you have to be clear that your focus is key. And so moving forward, when you think about this concept of time, you understand that though we see time as something that's linear, it's really more of a spiral. It's really more of a circle. It's really a really abstract concept when it comes to the spirituality, because the things that you see for yourself can be described as something that happens in the future, but yet in your own mind, it's happening right now. And this is how you materialize and manifest the things that you desire. Though you have the thoughts of something that people can define as the future in your mind currently, you are living that, being that currently. Thus, that is how you create it. That is how it materializes. And though we think it may materialize in the future, when that quote unquote future happens, it is actually in the present moment, right? So the future is really a depiction or an idea of the imagination, what is coming. And then when that thing does come, because we are constantly thinking about it, it comes in the present moment. So the idea of time is really interesting and very fun and crazy to think about. But what I really want you to understand is that it is not important for you to focus a lot on time. What it is important for you to do is focus on your desire. Focus and think about, dream about, put your emotions toward, put your actions toward creating that thing, being that person. Because what you're doing, though people identify it as the future, you are aligning yourself with that person. You are being that person in the now, thus creating the things that you visualize for yourself in the future right now and in this moment. This is why it's important to understand that your dreams and desires, they're not simply something you are just hoping to create. They are already there. You are the creator of your reality. Thus, the things that you have created in your mind, they already exist. They are simply waiting for you to step into those things, to step into that reality by way of aligning your thoughts, your emotions, your environment, your surroundings, the people you associate with the frequency, with the reality of that thing. And so it's time to not think so much about one day, not think in terms of maybe, okay? Not think in terms of, oh, that person is lucky. I don't have those skills. I'm not able. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. The reality is, if you think about it, right, if it's something that is in your mind constantly and it somewhat haunts you, then it is yours. Then it is only on you to actually create it. It is meant for you to be created, right? It is meant for you to create it. You are custom built for that thing. You just have to manage your ego, put that aside, understand what it's for, make sure that it's in its place, and move forward with the confidence of consciousness to create the thing that is meant for you. Thank you so much. Feel free to go to drabundant.com, subscribe to my daily newsletter, and also get access to this free ebook, The Power Within. You will also be invited to my free Manifestation Monday morning meetings at 7 a.m. every Monday morning. So please set your alarms and listen in. Continue to join me on this journey. Peace and abundance always.